Question 1. A pre-trip inspection should be completed. 1. At least once a week. 2. If any problems occurred the time the vehicle was operated. 3. Before operating the vehicle. The answer is 3. Before operating the vehicle. A CDL pre-trip inspection must be completed before driving, at the start of every workday, and when picking up a new trailer to ensure safety and regulatory compliance. Mandated by the FMCSA, 49 CFR 396.13, it ensures the vehicle is safe to operate, covering the engine, brakes, tires, and coupling system. Question 2. What is the National Response Center? 1. Hotline to report unsafe hazmat drivers. 2. An organization that gives information on how to load hazardous materials. 3. An organization that coordinates emergency response to chemical hazards. 4. Hotline for information about hazardous materials. The answer is 3. An organization that coordinates emergency response to chemical hazards. The National Response Center helps coordinate emergency response to chemical hazards. It is a resource to police and firefighters. It maintains a 24-hour toll-free phone line. Question 3. What should you do when you are driving at night? 1. Make sure you are driving slow enough so you can stop within the range of your headlights in an emergency. 2. Roll down your window so that the fresh air will help keep you awake. 3. If you are sleepy, drink coffee or other caffeine products. The answer is 1. Make sure you are driving slow enough so you can stop within the range of your headlights in an emergency. You are at greater risk when you drive at night. Drivers cannot see hazards as quickly as in daylight, so they have less time to respond. Question 4. What is the meaning of high center of gravity? 1. The higher the vehicle, the lower the center of gravity. 2. The lower the vehicle, the higher the center of gravity. 3. Tank vehicles do not have a high center of gravity. 4. Much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. The answer is 4. Much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. High center of gravity. High center of gravity means that much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. This makes the vehicle top heavy and easy to roll over. Question 5. Which of the following is the correct term for a long commercial vehicle's tendency to swing wide on turns? 1. Sidetracking. 2. Off-tracking. 3. Fishtailing. The answer is 2. Off-tracking. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is called off-tracking or cheating. Question 6. A tanker endorsement is needed if your vehicle 1. Requires a Class A, B, and D license. 2. Has an aggregated weight of 115 gallons of liquid or liquid gas. 3. Is transporting any hazardous medical waste. 4. Is hauling liquid gas in a tank with an individual rated capacity of 120 gallons? The answer is 4. Is hauling liquid gas in a tank with an individual rated capacity of 120 gallons? A tank endorsement is required if your vehicle needs a Class A or B CDL and you want to haul a liquid or liquid gas in tank or tanks having an individual rated capacity of more than 119 gallons and an aggregate rated capacity of 1,000 gallons or more that is either permanently or temporarily attached to the vehicle or the chassis. Question 7. When a coolant container is part of a pressurized system, you can 1. Check the coolant level of a hot engine. 2. Safely remove the radiator cap and add coolant while the engine is hot. 3. Use water only in the cooling system. The answer is 1. Check the coolant level of a hot engine. Some vehicles have sight glasses, see-through coolant overflow containers, or coolant recovery containers. These permit you to check the coolant level while the engine is hot. Question 8. When you are parked at the side of the road at night, you must 1. Warn others by turning on your four-way emergency flashers. 2. Put your warning devices out within 15 minutes. 3. Use your left turn signal lights to give warning to other drivers. The answer is 1. Warn others by turning on your four-way emergency flashers. When parked at the side of the road. When you pull off the road and stop, be sure to turn on the four-way emergency flashers. This is important at night. Do not trust the taillights to give warning. Question 9. While doing the pre-trip inspection on your vehicle's steering and exhaust system, you found the following problems. Which one, if any, should be fixed before you drive the vehicle? 1. Too many vertical stacks. 2. Oil on the tie rod. 3. Play in the steering wheel of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel. The answer is 3. Play in the steering wheel of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel. Steering system defects. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, approximately 2 inches movement at the rim of a 20-inch steering wheel, can make it hard to steer. Question 10. Containerized loads. 1. Are exempt from hazardous materials restrictions. 2. Are exempt from weight limit restrictions. 3. Generally are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. The answer is 3. Generally, are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. Containerized loads generally are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. Question 11. You are exiting a highway using an off-ramp that curves downhill and you are driving a heavy vehicle. You should 1. Do nothing because the posted speed limit for the off-ramp is usually 10 miles per hour below the safe speed limit for the off-ramp. 2. Slow to a safe speed before the curve. 3. Downshift after you are in the curve. The answer is 2. Slow to a safe speed before the curve. Question 12. Water can safely be used on which of these fires? 1. Electrical. 2. Gasoline. 3. Neither of the above. The answer is 3. Neither of the above. In California, Class A type of fire is also called Class Z. Question 13. 3 things add up to the total stopping distance for your vehicle. They are 1. Perception distance, reaction distance, braking distance. 2. Observation distance, reaction distance, slowing distance. 3. Perception distance, response distance, reaction distance. The answer is 1. Perception distance, reaction distance, braking distance. Leaving adequate space ahead prevents sudden braking and reduces collision risk. Question 14. You are about to go down a long, steep, downhill grade in a newer truck. You should 1. Use a lower gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. 2. Use the same gear you would use to climb the uphill grade. 3. Use a higher gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. The answer is 1. Use a lower gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. The steeper the grade, the longer the grade, and/or the heavier the load, the more you will have to use lower gears to climb hills or mountains. Question 15. Which of these items is checked in a pre-trip inspection? 1. Cargo securement. 2. Whether all vehicle lights are working and are clean. 3. Wiper blades. 4. All of the above. The answer is 4. All of the above. Question 16. If you are stopped on a one-way or divided highway, you should place reflective triangles at 1. 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward approaching traffic. 2. 25 feet, 100 feet, and 250 feet toward approaching traffic. 3. 50 feet, 100 feet, and 300 feet toward approaching traffic. The answer is 1. 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward approaching traffic. If you must stop on or by a one-way or divided highway, place warning devices 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward the approaching traffic. Question 17. When a heavy fog occurs, you should 1. Use high beams for best visibility. 2. Park off to the right side of the road with your parking lights on. 3. Park at a rest area or truck stop until the fog has lifted. The answer is 3. Park at a rest area or truck stop until the fog has lifted. The best advice for driving in fog is do not. It is preferable that you pull off the road into a rest area or truck stop until visibility is better. Question 18. You should plan ahead when you park your vehicle so that 1. It will be very easy for you to check your vehicle before you get back on the road. 2. You are only required to pull forward when you leave. 3. You don't need to back up more than 10 feet. The answer is 2. You are only required to pull forward when you leave. When you park, try to park so you will be able to pull forward when you leave. Because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle, backing is always dangerous. Avoid backing whenever you can. Question 19. What is the main danger of having loose or unsecured cargo? 1. It increases fuel consumption. 2. It can shift and affect vehicle handling. 3. It improves trailer sway stability. 4. It reduces the need for tie-down inspections. The answer is 2. It can shift and affect vehicle handling. Question 20. What kind of tanks have bulkheads with holes for liquid to flow through? 1. Smooth bores. 2. Bullheads. 3. Baffled liquid tanks. 4. Liquid tanker. The answer is 3. Baffled liquid tanks. Baffled liquid tanks have bulkheads in them with holes that let the liquid flow through. The baffles help to control the forward and backward liquid surge. Question 21. A driver should look ahead of the vehicle while driving. 1. 2 to 5 seconds. 2. 5 to 10 seconds. 3. 12 to 15 seconds. The answer is 3. 12 to 15 seconds. How far ahead to look? Most good drivers look at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead. That means looking ahead the distance you will travel in 12 to 15 seconds. Question 22. Which of the following statements is true about overhead clearance? 1. Posted signs for overhead clearance are always correct. 2. Paving a road does not affect the clearance height under bridges or overpasses. 3. Cargo weight may change the height of your vehicle. The answer is 3. Cargo weight may change the height of your vehicle. Question 23. Which of the following statements is true when you are performing a pre-trip inspection on your brakes and suspension system? 1. Brake shoes should be free of oil, grease, and brake fluid. 2. One missing leaf spring is not dangerous. 3. A cracked spring hanger is not dangerous. The answer is 1. Brake shoes should be free of oil, grease, and brake fluid. When inspecting your vehicle's brakes, you should ensure that the shoes and pads do not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. Brake shoes must be kept free of oil, grease, and brake fluid to ensure effective friction, prevent dangerous braking failure, and avoid long stopping distances. Question 24. A broken exhaust system is dangerous because 1. Exhaust noise will damage the driver's ears. 2. Toxic fumes and gases could enter the cab or sleeper berth. 3. The leaking exhaust smoke pollutes the air. The answer is 2. Toxic fumes and gases could enter the cab or sleeper berth. A broken exhaust system can let poison fumes into the cab or sleeper berth. Question 25. What components on a school bus create blind spots? 1. Mirrors. 2. Brackets. 3. Support columns. 4. All the above. The answer is 4. All the above. School bus blind spots are created by the bus's body, the engine compartment, and the mirrors themselves, extending up to 400 feet behind the bus and in a 10-foot perimeter around it. Question 26. What is a characteristic of convex mirrors? 1. Show a wider view than flat mirrors. 2. Display a distorted image of objects. 3. Show a narrower view than flat mirrors. 4. Reflect light more intensely. The answer is 1. Show a wider view than flat mirrors. Convex mirrors help eliminate blind spots by showing a wider field of view, though objects may appear smaller and farther away than they are. Question 27. What is the maximum duration of driving allowed after a consecutive 8-hour off-duty period? 1. 8 hours. 2. 9 hours. 3. 10 hours. 4. 11 hours. The answer is 3. 10 hours. After driving for 11 hours or being on duty for 14 hours, you may not drive again until you have had 10 consecutive hours off duty. Question 28. What is the main purpose of checking tire tread depth? 1. To reduce road noise. 2. To ensure traction and prevent hydroplaning. 3. To prevent axle overheating. 4. To increase engine lifespan. The answer is 2. To ensure traction and prevent hydroplaning. Low tread depth increases the effect of hydroplaning, reduces traction and increases stopping distance. Question 29. What is a valid principle regarding backing a heavy vehicle? 1. Backing should be avoided whenever you can. 2. Backing should be attempted without assistance. 3. Backing is always the quickest way to maneuver. 4. Backing is most effective when done quickly. The answer is 1. Backing should be avoided whenever you can. Because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle, backing is always dangerous. Avoid backing whenever you can. Question 30. The distance you should look ahead of your vehicle while driving is highway speed. Dash of a mile at 1. 1/3 inch. 2. 1/4 inch. 3. ½ inch. 4. 1/8 inch. The answer is 2. 1/4 inch. Most good drivers look at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead. That means looking ahead of the distance you will travel in 12 to 15 seconds at highway speeds, it is about 1/4 mile. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and join our channel membership. Thanks.